Look at this. This was the first version of my game. No effects, no animations, just basic Ludo mechanics slapped onto a Unity scene with rock slabs for cards. Now look at this. This is Ludaro today, a full-blown roguelike deck builder built on top of Ludo, and it's coming to Steam. In this devlog, I'll show you how I went from that first mess to something actually fun. This is how I made my first Steam game as a solo indie developer. Let's go. Before Ludaro, I used to work for gaming companies that honestly were more interested in integrating payment gateways than designing good games. They were obsessed with monetization, building money-making machines instead of actual gameplay. And I got fed up. So I made a decision. I quit. I said to myself, you love making games, make something fun. Make something you would play. If it fails, fine. At least I tried. Now I've been coding games professionally for a while, so I was confident in my programming. Game design, I'd say I'm pretty solid there too. Thanks to years of playing everything from obscure indies to massive AAA titles. But art and sound, no clue. I had to get creative there. Around this time I was hooked on Balatro, a roguelike that made poker exciting again. That gave me the idea, what if I gave Ludo the same treatment? Everyone knows Ludo, it's nostalgic, chaotic and weirdly fun. What if I could turn that into a turn-based roguelike deck builder? That's when Ludaro was born. I started with the basics, built a board, coded dice rolling, made pawns jump tile by tile. It looked bad, but it worked. Then I started layering mechanics. Each run had a score goal, beat it and you reach a shop. Buy upgrades, move to stage 2, every third round was a boss fight. To make it more roguelike, I added spirit cards, passive effects like jokers and Balatro, but I wanted them to be extra weird, not just stat buffs, but game-changing effects. I started with 30 cards, common, uncommon, rare, epic and legendary. Even though they looked like rock slabs with scribbled text, the gameplay started to click. I found myself thinking, which pawn should I move? Do I use a math card or risk a fate card? Should I rush home before my moves run out? Or farm more tiles for score? Can I hit that sweet mult 2 tile at just the right time so that it can double my overall score? It became a loop of tiny decisions that really mattered and I got hooked. And this was before bosses, loot or even a pack system, just raw mechanics, and it was already fun. I also noticed that most solo devs were making top-down action roguelikes, survival mechanics, dodging bullets, crafting systems. I didn't want to do that. I wanted something different, strategic, turn-based. Something that made you stop and think, and using Ludo as a base. That gave it just the right blend of chaos and control. Eventually I showed the prototype to a few close friends, some devs, all serious gamers. Even with the bad visuals, they were surprised. Yo, this actually works. That gave me the confidence to go further. I expanded to 50 spirit cards, added pawns with unique powers, basically deck archetypes. Used free Unity assets to improve visuals just enough to share builds with more people. This is how the game looked after I implemented some free Unity assets and just developers' creativity. And Ludaro started to feel like a real game. As I shared it in Discords, Reddit and feedback threads, people responded well. Some called it the most unique take on Ludo they'd ever seen. That's what gave me the push to take it all the way, to finish it, polish it, put it out there for the world. Now I'm keeping this devlog short, just a glimpse into how it all began. But if you want to see what Ludaro has become, check out the trailer. It's live right now and shows off the finished graphics, gameplay and chaos in action. If you're curious how I designed 50 plus spirit cards, balanced stage progression, handled Steam marketing, and launched my first commercial game as a solo indie from India, or you would like to see me develop the code, add new functionality, just hit subscribe. I'll be covering all of that in upcoming devlogs. I will also be sharing the journey along the way, how many wishlists I got, how many wishlists I got every day, what outreach programs I used, and how to actually increase the wishlist, go to the Steam Next Fest, launch the demo, and to make sure that before the game launches, I have a healthy amount of wishlists. And if Ludaro looks like something you would play, please wishlist it on Steam. It takes just a few seconds, but for indie devs like me, it's one of the biggest ways you can help. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.